Mm, good cup of coffee. You need that coffee in the morning. I woke up this morning. Everything's still quiet in the house. My little one's in there snoring away. So I said, let me grab a few minutes to come out back, drink my coffee, enjoy the beginning of this day. It looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. Really, really beautiful. Of course, I'm in a screen tent, so you really can't see the sun shining on me. But it's going to be a warm one, I think. And that I'm thankful for, because who knows how much more warmer days we're going to get before Mr. Winter comes knocking at our door. Ooh, I don't want to see that. I'm a warm weather girl. I don't like the cold at all. I like my short sleeve shirts and my shorts, and I don't want to be bundled up with clothes. But, you know, yesterday was, it was actually awakening for me. I went about my day. We had to do reinterested schooling, and actually the day passed really quickly. It was like I was trying to get things done, and next I'm looking at the clock, and which is something that I have a bad habit of doing. Like, I'm like, okay, what time is it now? Okay, what time is it now? And I'm always putting added pressure on myself. And I said, you got to stop this. You're pushing time, which brings me to what's been on my mind. Like I said, I woke up this morning, and I was thinking about my girlfriend. I have two, and I'm blessed with two different generations. Well, my generation, and then a younger generation. And they're both so ingrained in my heart. I have a girlfriend who I don't get to see much anymore. And I've been friends with her for 52 years. And then my young little one, oh, she's so full of energy, and she's just starting out and raising her babies. And I see myself in her when I was that age. And she's so full of life, so rambunctious, so smart. And she keeps me laughing all the time. God bless her. She has a whole life ahead of her. You know, she was actually my youngest son's friend. And when she first came to our house, she was just like a giddy little chatterbox. And then she started coming over when my son wasn't there. Ma, what are you doing? Ma, what? And we became really, really close friends. And I just love talking to her. She's like so refreshing and so energetic. Like I said, she keeps me going. She keeps me laughing. And she makes me feel good. And then I have, excuse me, I need another. This coffee is so good. So good. Let me put it away and cover it, because the flies in this place is disgusting. I think they come in here to get shelter. But which brings me to my other friend. We have been friends for, like I said, 52 years, and we don't get to see each other much at all anymore. We talk. we talk, we make sure that at the minimum we have like a routine on Monday and Fridays. We have our conversations, and they're hours long, hours long. But it's a different kind of feeling. We bring up our memories and the things we used to do, and it's very nostalgic, and it's just amazing that you can have a friend that long and still have so much in common. And I guess that's why we've been friends for so long. We could never stay mad at each other. Never. And believe me, we have been like the things that we done when we were young. It's just, I'm actually writing a book. I've been writing a book, believe it or not, since 1979, when it was just pen and paper and all the fancy writing because you're young. And then actually a typewriter. I'm sure that you younger people don't even know what a regular typewriter is, where you have to break your fingers just to get the keys to go down. And I did put it in the computer, and I kind of went out back one day, and after backing it up on a external hard drive, I lit a fire and I burnt the papers. And it was like, I did that for a main reason because, like I said, 1979, and I burnt them last year, 2024. That's a lot of years, and they all weren't good. They all were not good, and there was a lot of stuff I wanted to forget, or to release, I should say, and I burnt them. And it was like I was letting go of the past, releasing the inner anger, and just by burning the papers and watching the embers go up in the air, it was like releasing it out of my body. I mean, I still, like I said, I still have them on my hard drive because I am planning on completing, it'll be several series of books. I was actually going to go into 10-year increments, which, you do the math, I'd be, quite well off if I ever get myself to the point where I'm not homeschooling, I'm not doing my own school, I'm not taking care of animals, I'm not taking care of a house, I'm not raising food, I'm not canning food, I'm not preparing everything for the future and the present, and just, have time to work on my book. I'm only one person. But with that being said, I totally got off the subject. So I was talking to my girlfriend, and she says to me, I'm going to be up Thursday, which was yesterday, and she had a funeral to go to, God bless her, and it was up in Barnegat, which is up that way a bit. And I'm like, really? And she said, yeah. She says, I'll swing by your house. And she's like, I'm not going to stay, because she also has panic and anxiety. But she can travel. She said it bothers her, but she can travel. I can't travel. Like, I'm like, how do you do it? She says, I take my medicine and I fight it. And I'm like, I don't want to fight. But thank God that And that's why we don't get to see each other very much. I think the last time I seen her was, a couple years ago. But we never, ever not talk. And we're to the point where I'll receive a phone call if something's going on in my life, and she'll be like, "What's going on?" She goes, "I feel something." I'm like, and I too will get like a certain feeling, like, and I'll have to call her, and I'm like, "Anything going on down there or up there?" Because she lives in like 2.5 hours away, which doesn't seem that long, but to me it seems like a million miles away. And she's like, "Oh my God, I'm so glad you called me," this, da, da, da. And then something was going on. So that's what we have in between us. So when I seen her pull up yesterday, I went outside to meet her, and she had brought me some herbs, because even though I misspoke in my last video. I did plant sage and rosemary, and I don't know what else she gave me in there. A whole big thing she gave me. And shoes that I talked her into buying, because I love the barefoot shoes. And she had bought a pair, but they were different than the ones I had, and she don't like them. So I got them. And in turn, she tried to get, well, she did. She talked me into buying these eyelashes. I can't do that. So I was supposed to have given them to her, but God knows what I did with them in my room. I have so much stuff in my room. So I promised to send them to her. But anyway, so she was bringing me the herbs that I really didn't have enough of, and the shoes. And when she got out of the truck, I'm getting very emotional. Hold on. Whew. Let me collect myself here. When she got out of the truck and I looked at her, I got it. I will be back. Ooh, I'm so sorry about that. But like I was saying, when she got out of the truck and skinny as a rail as always. Oh, excuse me. And I looked at her face, and I said to myself, "There's my past, and she's in my future, and she's in my present." And when we used to, when we used to meet up with each other, we had a special call. And by God, I can't do it today. But I'd stand on my corner, and she was across the main road, and she'd hear me. Most of the time, she just climbed out of her window because she didn't want to hear crap from her parents. And because her parents didn't think that we were right to hang out together. You know, you had one of those. Which, by the way, before her mother passed, God rest her soul, she apologized to me. And she says, "I always thought it was you that you made my daughter get in trouble. I know now that it was her too." And I was like, "Oh, thank you. Thank you. That really made me feel better." But just seeing her face and realizing 52 years. We've been friends. And this is so emotional for me. Damn, I'm not like this. We've been through a lot together. Raising our children, having our children, and always being there for each other. And that's what a true friend is. And if you can have one true friend, you are the wealthiest person in the world. And I guess that's why I came on here, because, oh my goodness, stop. Woosah. Get it together. You can do this, Sheriff. Ooh. I'll be right back, because I need to work on myself for a minute. Okay. Smile on my face, regrouped, and that's it. I'm back. So she came up, and like I said, I looked at her face, and I seen the past, and I seen the future, and I seen the difference of how we are now, and etched in our face, I seen who we were in the past. Young, vibrant, crazy. We had no fear. And the memories we have together is amazing. And that's why I'm writing a book. Back then we were just like, hey, what's up? You know, pat on the back. What's up, Silver? You know, I don't know if I've said it before, but you can see my shirt. This has always been my name. This is Silver Rebel. And I don't know if I told you before how it came about, but when I was younger, I always wore silver. Now there's nothing on me except a headband. There's no more jewelry that drapes my body. It's another thing that passed. And Rebel only because of the Southern upbringing. So hence Silver Rebel. I've been silver all my life. And a rebel all my life. Although the rebel has faded a little bit. Silver is still there. And it's mostly in my head now. Yeah, well, not no more. I washed that gray right out of my hair. And now when we see each other on those rare occasions, it's like a long hug. And, oh, don't do it again. It's like we don't want to let each other go. And I don't think we ever will. We have our talks, and I love rehashing our memories. And you know, that's what a true lifelong friend is. And she's very smart. And crazy as a loon. And I think that's why I love her so much, because she's probably just about as crazy as I am. What I didn't think of, she thought of. And every time in our conversations, we always say this. I'm surprised we're not dead by now with the stuff that we've done. I mean, back in the 70s, the big thing was hitchhiking. We were never home. We ran those roads, and we were, at the time we were living in Edison. Well, I was back and forth between Edison and down south, and all over the place. Every time as we started drifting away, I would call her, and she's like, where are you now? Oh, I'm in, such and such. I'm back down south. I'm here, I'm there. She's like, are you ever going to put down roots? I'm like, no, what's roots? Roots are for trees. So, and we used to laugh. But, yeah, the memories that we have is amazing. And I'm so happy that I could call her a true friend. She's been a lifelong friend. And if not many people have that, not many people have that. And if you do, you should cherish it, record it, put it on paper. Yeah, I am saying paper. Or record your antics or your memories. And there's a book in every one of us. There is. And if she's watching, I love you to death. And it was so hard to see you yesterday. And I could see it in your face. It was hard to see me. And Tristan, he's never met her that he can remember, which he has, but he just don't remember. He was too young. And he's like, you're the one that always talks to Grandma. And every time Grandma tries to say something, you cut her off. And we all start laughing. And he's like, yeah, that's what she is. I said, yeah, we do that. Well, she actually said, yeah, we do that. We'll cut each other off, but we'll go back to the same subject again and start over. So he was very happy to see her. And, so that's one true friend. One. But guess what? I have two. So I'm doubly blessed. I have a friend of 52 years, almost my whole life. Almost my whole life. And then I have my little one, Liz, who's a little fireball. And she's not quite half my age. She's just a couple years short of half of my age. And she brings the youth back in me because I see so much of me in her when I was her age. And it's just, I love talking to her too. I talk to her constantly. And she's very, very smart. And, I'm just blessed. I'm blessed to have two true friends. And they say you can only count your friends on one hand. I have two very, very lifelong friends. Alyssa's going to be a lifelong friend. She's going to be with me to the end. And with our saying was when we were younger, way younger, that we were going to grow old together and that we were going to sit in our rocking chairs on a porch and that we would live out our years rehashing the memories that we made together. There's no rocking chairs. There's only telephone calls away. And occasionally, I don't even know what you call it, video calls, which is totally amazing to me. And there goes that fly again. Go. I would never be able to live where she lives. There's too much stuff in my life that I couldn't up and move her way. And she has too much in her life that she could not up and move my way. Wish we could meet in the middle, like that song says. But it's just good to still have conversations. And I guess this is the way life goes. You know, I'm blessed. I'm blessed that I have two good friends. And basically, that's why I had to get on here, because it was on my mind throughout the night. I actually was so exhausted thinking in here that I laid down last night, and it was like I laid down before everybody went to bed. I was just so mentally exhausted that I fell asleep 8:30, and that's not like me, because usually I'm looking at 2 or 3 in the morning and sleeping a couple hours and then waking up. So I went to bed around 8:30 and I woke up around 11:30. So that was, a couple hours that I did go to bed. But earlier or later in the morning, earlier in the morning, I did fall back to sleep. So, that being said, the tears are wiped away. Probably have puffy eyes now, and the day didn't even start. We have a lot to do. I gotta wake up my little booger. And today's agriculture day in his homeschooling. And we're going to be clipping the sunflower seeds that has already withered. And I have to teach him how we're going to dry them. And I have so many sunflower seeds on that one major stalk that we'll be doing it repetitively as they dry out. We're going to be cutting them. So he'll have an ongoing educational learning with just that one plant, which is important. I mean, he really took to planting the trees. And he even yesterday, he was so proud of himself. She had mentioned that she watched a video where he did his tree planting. And he was so proud. He says, "Yes, I did do it. And do you know?" And then he pointed to the little thicker stub on the bottom, that this little stub you never plant underneath the ground because your trees probably won't make it. And she goes, and that thinner, he called it a stick. That thinner stick is, and she started laughing. She goes, "You mean grafting?" She goes, "Yes, that's what it is. It's a grafting from a tree, another tree. And that's how they start trees." So, outside of seeds, I told him. So he was just so proud of himself. So he retained it, and I'm happy. And now he's going to go on to learn about saving seeds and the process that you go through. And I'm just excited for him to learn that. And then he's going to have a fun day. Fridays are agricultural day for him, and then a fun day where we'll maybe go out to eat. Maybe I'll take him to the store and buy him something little. I mean, you know what? He just loves spending time with me. And throughout the day, we do a lot of learning that he don't even realize. We play I Spy, and we play, what does that word spell? And then I'll point at maybe a sign, or he'll pick out a sign and he'll say, "I know what that spells." I'm like, "Really? What is it?" "I know what it spells." And he gets it right a lot. So he's learning throughout the day without even knowing about it. So I'm not going to let this drag on, but I love my two girlfriends very much. And I'm so blessed to have both of them. And with that, I'm going to finish my coffee, get the little booger going, because he's like probably all into wanting to play a game. That's not happening. It's get out in the weather, and as my mother says, knock the stink off you, and it's time to learn and have fun. So I'll probably videotape him doing the sunflower seeds, and either I'll link it to this one, or it might be a whole new video. I don't know. Who knows with me? But anyway, God bless. Have a good day. And if you have a special friend, give him a call and just say, you know what? I freaking love you. I just had to say that. I love you. And then hang up the phone. See if you get a phone call back. Do it. I'm telling you. They'll be like, what? Has she lost her mind? But no, or he. Just do it. Let me know your comments. Let me know if you did do it and what response you got. That would be so cool. It'll tickle me to death. But anyway, have a great day, and we'll see you in a little while with Tristan and the sunflower seeds. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.